This is the new Trans Am, and it's very hungry.
The sedan that has set the standard for 5 decades has raised the bar once again. Introducing the all-new Honda Accord.
Hey everybody, so we've got a really fun video for you today because we're going to find out how does a 1990s performance icon stack up against a modern day family sedan. So what we have is the 1995 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am Comp TA taking on the new 2023 Honda Accord. And Brendan, how are we going to find out which one of these is a better performer?
We are going to do our typical quarter-mile drag race followed by a 30-mile-an-hour rolling race and then a 60 to 0 mile an hour braking test, and then we have a new special test that we're going to throw in at the end.
Brendan, let's talk about a little bit why we're doing this, because obviously no one out there is cross-shopping a 95 Trans Am with a brand new 2023 Honda Accord Hybrid, but we want to showcase just how quick modern day, even normal cars have gotten. So we thought we'd do this cool little mini series. And tell me about that Trans Am. What are you rocking under the hood?
Yeah, so this is a 1996 Pontiac Trans Am, but it isn't just any Trans Am. It's got the Comp TA package, and it is one of only about 163 ever made. This thing has the 5.7 liter LT1 V8 pumping out about 305 horsepower and a little over 330 pound-feet of torque.
Those are some pretty impressive numbers. You're also a couple 100 pounds lighter than this Accord, but this is a new 23 Honda Accord Hybrid with a 204 horsepower 4-cylinder front-wheel drive and an electrical architecture. But that's going to help me up here because electricity isn't affected by our elevation, whereas your naturally aspirated V8 is. I also have an eCVT transmission, a sport mode, and this is actually the Honda Accord Sport trim, so I'm actually feeling not as scared as you might expect. Plus, I have a car that's nearly 30 years newer. Oh, Brendan, that thing sounds awesome. Really impressive noise. Here, I'll do a rev on the Accord. It's stuck in EV mode, dude. I can't get any noise out of it. When you go into sport mode and you actually brake torque this car, it goes into a different transmission programming. So with an eCVT, in the standard sport mode, it'll actually simulate shifts, which believe it or not is a little slower. But if I brake torque it just a little bit, I can hold that eCVT at a higher RPM and get the maximum power. So that's what I'm gonna do. You're just gonna launch that 6-speed manual, right?
All right, Alex, I think we're ready. Whenever you're ready, we'll go hit the quarter mile.
Come on, Honda. Show them what modern technology can do. Air conditioning off in both cars. And drive. Brake torque. 3, 2, 1, go! Good launch in the Accord. Oh, look at the power!
Oh man!
I am smoking them up through 50 miles an hour, 55, 60. That Comp TA started to work his magic, though. He's starting to come back.
Oh, I'm catching up though! I'm catching up! Oh, it's not enough though! Oh. Holy cow, that is a fast Accord, Tommy.
Dude, this thing kind of hauls ass. You know, everyone gave this car heck because it lost that 2-liter turbo of the new one, but I just ran a 16.15 in the quarter at 85 miles an hour. How'd you do?
I ran a 16.19, but I was going 92 miles an hour gaining on you towards that finish line.
Oh, it's so close, dude. So I think I got off the line better, right? There's no drama in this Accord. Just brake torque it and off you go. But I think the roll race, we may see a pretty close result. So Brendan, that quarter mile being that close within 0.04 of a second tells me this roll race should be pretty interesting.
So I think the main problem with this vehicle right now is traction off the start. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this roll race.
All right, well, let's do this. We're gonna accelerate up to 30, pick a gear, any gear, and then I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go, and we're gonna plant it, drive the quarter, and see who gets to the finish cones first. All right, let's start moving. I'm in sport mode in the Accord. There's 15 miles an hour, 20, 30. All right, got 30 in 3, 2, 1, full throttle. Oh, it's neck and neck. He's pulling ahead a little bit, but he's gonna have to shift.
Oh, nice shift right into third.
Oh, and he did shift and he's still pulling ahead. Come on, Accord, there's 75 miles an hour. Oh, he got me by a large margin.
Oh, he is way back there. And into 4.
80 miles an hour there, and across the line at 86 miles an hour. Interesting to see, right? At the lower speeds, the Accord did a pretty good job of keeping up, but once you got into those higher RPMs, the higher speeds on that TA, that's when the race was over for me. That was impressive.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good result. I'm happy with it. Let's see how the braking test does.
All right, Brendan, we are 1-1. I won the quarter-mile drag race. You won the roll race. Last up, we got the brake test. And I happen to know that comp TA has pretty good brakes, but so does this new Accord. So I'm curious to see what'll happen from 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting thing to see, like what a performance vehicle does versus a brand new run-of-the-mill Honda Accord. See how much braking has advanced in the years.
Okay, my dude, let's go up to 60. I've got my regen set to max. This car's regenerative braking there is 50. Okay, I got 60 there, my friend.
I got 60.
Come up to my nose just a little bit. There you go. There you go. Nice. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh! Accord outstopped him. And that car has new brakes on it, too.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Woo! Way to go, Honda. You stopped from 60 in 130.5 feet.
130 feet? That can't be right.
You're lucky there wasn't a group of school children there.
Oh, man.
Look at that, 130.5.
Yeah, that was not a good performance on my end.
Ah, you're fine. It's a 90s car. This is what's going to do what 90s cars do.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see what yours did.
Measure the Accord.
Did it in about 104 feet.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
That's actually pretty good numbers for a Honda Accord, I would say.
For a 3,500 pound Accord?
Yeah, 104 feet.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Well, should we try our new test?
Yeah, I think let's check it out. I mean, what are we calling this new test?
Well, it's a test we've been thinking about for a while because a lot of comments want to see handling too, right? Acceleration is great, but how does the car handle? Well, I have set up an impromptu handling course here with a set of cones. We're calling it the Phallic 500.
Well, since it's your course, I want to see the benchmark with the Honda Accord and then see if a 90s F-Body can keep up in the handling segment.
Watch this is gonna be great. Welcome to the Phallic 500, a course so named because, well, it involves a lot of out and back and then some long sweepers, but essentially we start with a
Tight slalom, then a sprint to a long sweeper with a
long straight at the end. It's a great test of handling. We've got some steep 180-degree turns, we got some slalom. We'll test the road holding of these cars, and I'm starting out in the Accord.
Yeah, and I've got a stopwatch here, so I'm going to time you.
All right. Well, I have done a few autocross in my day, but I'm sure the comments will say otherwise, so we'll see what happens.
I'm in sport mode. I've reduced the traction control. That's the setting in the screen here. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hard on the accelerator, into the slalom. Ooh, it was a tight slalom. And then into a sharp 180-degree turn. Hard on the accelerator, squealing the front wheel. There's 40 miles an hour. Coming up to 50, hard on the brake for our long sweeper. A little bit of push out of the front end, keeping it nice and tight and tidy. And then back on the accelerator, making our way toward the finish line. There's 46 miles an hour and across the line at 55.
All right, Tommy, are you ready? What time do you think you did it in?
I think that was a 29-second course.
Hey, your internal stopwatch is pretty good, 28.08.
All right, my friend, that's the time to beat, 28.08. You think you can do it?
Well, I think I can beat you on the straights coming out of that turn, but going around those cones, well, I don't know. We'll see.
Can I use my e-brake at the end of this? Because that might give me a little bit of an advantage here.
Brendan, in my several years of doing autocross, I've never seen an e-brake actually give anyone any advantage. So I would say no on that one.
All right. Well, I'll do it sans e-brake. I'll try and make the best U-turn I can up there.
Yeah, let's see what this boat can do.
3, 2, 1, go.
too much wheel spin there. Let's get it into second. Around these. Get a few here. Gun it down. Oh, and I'm around the corners. Oh, a little bit of a drift there. Let's see. Come on.
And across the line, 30 seconds and 75 milliseconds.
All right.
I don't know that was good, but I gave it everything I had.
Yeah, Brendan, you gave it all the beans and you ended up with a 30 second and 75 milliseconds, so almost 31. So I beat you by nearly 3 seconds in the Accord.
Oh, man. I lost again? Well, I guess I can at least thank the roll race. I at least won that.
Well, I gotta say, this new Accord was really impressive. Even though it's a hybrid, which typically isn't synonymous with performance, it absolutely demolished the Screamin' Chicken in some of the tests today.
Well, I wouldn't say it demolished. That quarter mile was super close at the end, and I think if this had good tires on it, it would have taken that Accord, and I did beat you in the rolling race.
Okay, well, the comments battle it out then. But as always, this has been Tommy.
And Brendan.
We'll see you on another episode. Thank you so much for watching.
Take care.